They call it Quebec's metropolis. This is the city of Montreal. As we approach the Bell Center, we welcome you to what is going to be a jam-packed night of action, high stakes, high reward. This is the 2024 edition of No Mercy.
That you never leave, never become what you failed. Believe in me, too much to keep behind the veil for eternity. Now that it's in my head, devil's advocate living in my head, screaming back at me the words that you said. Right to all the signs you could never see, so you ring all of your hellfire down on me. Now I'm overplaying with the past because I'm from what we had. Gave up before you knew all that I could be. You just rained all of your hellfire down on me. It took so long for me to find some clarity. Couldn't wait for you to find integrity. Walk away from every lie you sent to me. Destroyed the future for the past with vanity. I hope you understand. Devil's advocate living in my head, screaming back at me the words that you said. Right to all the signs you could never see, so you ring all of your hellfire down on me. Now I'm overplaying with the past because I'm healing from what we had. Gave up before you knew all that I could be. You just rained all of your hellfire down on me. Devil's advocate living in my head, screaming back at me the words that you said. Right to all the signs you could never see, so you ring all of your hellfire down on me.
And now, WWE No Mercy.
We welcome you inside the Bell Center, live from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. We have been sold out for weeks in anticipation of the 2024 edition of No Mercy. And I say we kick things off with some championship action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE United States Championship.
The bell will sound courtesy of Friday Night SmackDown, and this United States Championship equation. Imperium's Ludwig Kaiser hell-bent on bringing some gold back to Imperium's locker room. Ludwig Kaiser has made his bed, and now he welcomes to sleep in it. He has targeted Carmelo Hayes week in and week out. As of late on Friday Night SmackDown, a simple solution of Ludwig Kaiser playing his cards correct and getting exactly what he wanted here tonight in Montreal. Kaiser, along with Giovanni Vinci, representing Imperium, approaching ringside. And we want to take you back to Friday Night SmackDown 2 weeks ago. Carmelo Hayes wanted to go one-on-one with Kaiser on that night, but Kaiser had other plans. He wanted to get under the skin of Carmelo Hayes, try to take him out, and set his sights once and for all on the United States Championship. That ambush in the aisleway, putting Carmelo Hayes to bed rest. For several nights, including the next night at WWE Live, Trick Williams tried to step up and do one good by the United States Champion, but Kaiser, credit where credit's due, was on his game. Well, nonetheless, I am sure Melo is going to be coming into this match a little bit infuriated and looking to get some revenge on Kaiser for that ambush. But what Carmelo Hayes needs to be careful of is not coming into this match seeing red. He cannot make a mistake against what I'm sure is a very focused Ludwig Kaiser. Of course, with Gunther losing the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam, his absence has been felt on Friday Night SmackDown. But Kaiser and Vinci filling the void of Imperium. And now championship gold and the pressures of it rest on the shoulders of Ludwig Kaiser to get the job done here in Montreal. Either way you spin it, should be one hell of a contest. And Ludwig Kaiser certainly seeing his biggest opportunity in singles action yet. Kaiser gets his wish, a shot at the United States Heavyweight Championship. But that does not mean Carmelo Hayes is going to allow him to take away the gold live and in living color. Melo looking confident. And just as Giovanni Vinci accompanies Kaiser, the right-hand man of the United States Champion Trick Williams is in tow. Both of these men put down over a week ago on their respective evenings by Ludwig Kaiser of Imperium. Tonight is about retribution, and it is also about retaining that United States Championship around Melo's waist. Carmelo Hayes, of course, winning the championship back at the Great American Bash on SmackDown in July, defeating Ricochet. He has retained it over Chad Gable in Gable's hometown in Minneapolis, Minnesota, last month at Saturday Night's Main Event. Carmelo Hayes now steps back into the line of fire. As a champion on Friday Night SmackDown, a target is on your back, and Melo has found that out and been reminded of it firsthand ever since winning the red, white, blue, and gold. All remains to be seen if Kaiser can finish his story that he created tonight, or if Carmelo Hayes is going to close the book on this chapter of Imperium. We welcome you to No Mercy, live from the Bell Center in Montreal. And what bigger way to kick things off than the United States Championship courtesy of Friday Night SmackDown. Let's send things down to the ring to Samantha Irvin, and let's get things going.
Introducing the challenger from Hamburg, Germany, weighing in at 220 pounds, Ludwig Kaiser. And his opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes taking a gander at the gold that he holds so proudly, but will he be leaving Montreal with that championship? That is the question that we remain an answer to as Melo hands over the hardware to senior referee Charles Robinson, and Ludwig Kaiser staring at the championship gold he hopes to bring back to Imperium. You know, it was 1 year and change ago that it was the ring general Gunther who was holding the United States Championship. Kaiser has loomed around that gold before, but now tonight his chance to etch his name into the annals of history. The bell has sounded. We are underway here at No Mercy. The United States Championship is on the line, and Ludwig Kaiser hot out of the gate. God only knows the condition of Carmelo Hayes, obviously able to compete tonight, but certainly can't be feeling 100% after that ambush just over a week ago on SmackDown. It's one thing to be hurt, it's a whole other thing to be injured. Melo's certainly not injured, but as we mentioned, can't be coming into this championship defense near 100%. I think Kaiser is going to look to take advantage of that, as he is all over Melo's case in the early moments. Well, you better watch, because Carmelo Hayes, whether he's at 50% or 100%, looking to prove that he is him all over again tonight. And as we mentioned, as these superstars were walking down the aisle, Melo's got to make sure he has his eyes on the prize and does not have his ability to see red blind him tonight and cause himself to make a misstep. Wait a minute here. Melo's going skyward, down on Ludwig Kaiser. You know, Carmelo Hayes has been known to have a bit of a cocky attitude at times, so whether you like the attitude or not, nobody can deny his in-ring ability. Ludwig Kaiser, however, not looking to see Melo rally in the early moments of this championship matchup. Awesome move by Melo, sending things over the top rope, and here's Kaiser. Once again, not to sound like a broken record, but not looking to see Carmelo Hayes take the momentum with emphatic force. As a matter of fact, it's Kaiser looking to steal it right out from underneath Melo's nose. And this is going to be Ludwig Kaiser's best case scenario tonight, just beating down on Carmelo Hayes, taking Melo's spirit out of this matchup, and certainly not letting this capacity crowd in Montreal be an X factor. Kaiser and Vinci have loomed around success for quite some time, being accompanied by the ring general Gunther. And as Gunther has been absent ever since losing the World Heavyweight Championship, it seems as if Ludwig Kaiser is trying to take the reins, bring some championship gold back to their house. Carmelo Hayes not looking to allow that. He scales the ropes. Could be looking for nothing but net or maybe something else. Tilt to whirl, arm drag, nicely done by the United States champion. Kaiser down momentarily. Will it be enough to get the victory? Not just yet. Carmelo Hayes got to use his speed and agility, is what has benefited him so far since the opening bell rang. But I do not think that's what he wants to do. Do not break things down into a brawl with what can be a very gritty Ludwig Kaiser. Kaiser has been in the ring with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov over the last few months on SmackDown. Really preparing himself for this high-stakes singles equation tonight. Carmelo Hayes up against the ropes. And there's that grittiness that we are talking about. Nothing fancy, nothing pretty, just effective. Kaiser can be a little bit sleazy inside of that ring. Not afraid to bend the rules. Carmelo Hayes right up against those ropes. Now center the corner, and here's the challenger, just looking to incapacitate the champion. Once again, Melo's all tied up. And Kaiser sliding into home plate. That could do it. That could have been a knockout blow. Not just yet, Melo's still alive. Finally executed game plan so far by the challenger. And Carmelo Hayes is looking worse for wear. Looking to be in a very similar position that he was 8 nights ago on Friday Night SmackDown when he was ambushed by Imperium's Kaiser. Kaiser going behind, slowing things down and just trying to incapacitate the champion. And nothing Trick Williams can do at ringside. Trick Williams felt Kaiser's wrath firsthand at WWE Live last Saturday night at Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. There's Carmelo Hayes just trying to get back into this matchup. As we mentioned, breaking things down to a brawl with Kaiser may not be Carmelo's best idea, but he will do what he has to do. Kaiser rolling to the outside, trying to create some distance. Melo's got some steam underneath of him, but a crash and burn. They don't call it high risk, high reward for nothing. Melo tried going to the well for the second time with that over-the-top rope plancha, and Kaiser saw it coming from a mile away. The United States champion is struggling to get some sustained momentum in this matchup. Kaiser is playing a perfect game right now. And Melo's United States Championship reign could be coming at the end via misstep, not just yet. Man, Ludwig Kaiser almost got handed the United States Championship thanks to the overzealousness of the champion himself. Carmelo Hayes hopefully not going to slow him down. There's another reversal by Kaiser. Carmelo Hayes has got to figure it out. He's got to start thinking on his feet. He's got to get a new game plan together because whatever he came in tonight with is obviously not working out. Melo just sent into the corner by a very game Ludwig Kaiser, who grapples down Carmelo Hayes, and I think Kaiser's just starting to have fun. It's just starting to feel like he is in firm control. Hopefully Kaiser isn't the one, for his sake, getting overzealous. You can't discount Carmelo Hayes, a man who was a former champion at NXT. As we mentioned, has already successfully retained his United States Championship. Could it all come to an end tonight, just over 2 months after the reign kicked off? Melo, nice drop kick right on the button. And is now the time in this United States Championship match that Carmelo Hayes finally starts to get some feet underneath of him. All remains to be seen. Melo is now the one not doing anything fancy, just breaking things down to a game of fisticuffs. I think for Carmelo Hayes' sake, whatever he's got left in the tank, he ought to rev up those engines. It's Ludwig Kaiser, more times than not. If you're going to ask me for a bet, I'm picking him in a brawl. There's Carmelo Hayes hanging in there. He may not have enough left in the tank to go high risk, high reward, and he might be second guessing himself after he crashed and burned at ringside a few minutes ago. All remains to be seen what is going on in the mind of the United States champion. Whatever has brought him to the dance is what he needs to lean on. Down goes Kaiser. Now it's Carmelo Hayes with some quick feet. The United States champion finally starting to see daylight here at No Mercy. Kaiser's down and out. Springboard. What a moonsault that time. And will that do it to retain the gold? Not just yet. Kaiser's still alive. Carmelo Hayes starting to feel that mojo. Starting to really do what brought him to the dance, as we mentioned. Oh, there's another reversal by Kaiser. Kaiser has obviously come in, reading the game plan of Melo time and time again. Almost caught him with the crucifix. Not just yet. Didn't get all that boot. Got enough of it. Carmelo Hayes now. Springboard. Down goes the challenger once again. We got a barn burner on our hands to kick things off here in Montreal. The United States Championship of SmackDown is on the line. Into the cover goes the champion again. And not at all. Ludwig Kaiser rolled to the outside. Carmelo Hayes is hot on his tail. Cross body. The United States champion is feeling it here at No Mercy. Kaiser may still be into this thing, but maybe not for long. First 48 on the outside of the ring. But Melo's got to get Kaiser back between the ropes. Has got to secure the 3 count. Kaiser may be beat off that pair of knees. Going for the halo, miscalculated it. Another miscalculation by Carmelo. Oh, that might have cost him. Kaiser had just a moment of R&R. Melo messed up again, and Kaiser's going to reap the benefits. You hate to see it, but that is what comes with high risk. Inside of that squared circle, German suplex. And just like that, once again, Ludwig Kaiser has taken the wind out of the sails of the reigning and defending United States champion. Melo on the buckles and gets sent for a ride. Well, Montreal, in appreciation of these 2 SmackDown superstars, leaving everything inside of that ring tonight in hopes to leave with championship gold. And I think Carmelo Hayes may be spent. He might have expended all his energy over the last few minutes trying to rally a comeback. And now Ludwig Kaiser is meeting Melo in the other half of this match in championship rounds. And Kaiser is looking as if he is closing in on becoming the new United States champion. I am sure the ring general Gunther has given Kaiser plenty of pointers on what to do in the back half of championship matches. When fatigue starts to set in. When it really starts to become a war of attrition. There's a counter by Melo. Duck goes Kaiser. Melo tried to get back into this there, but Kaiser said nuh-uh and sends him for a ride. Melo may be out. He might have got caught. And now Kaiser, oh no, dropping Melo right on his crown. New champion on the horizon. Not just yet, Melo's still alive. Kaiser thought he had it. That is the maneuver that pinned Trick Williams last Saturday at WWE Live. It's also the maneuver that laid out Carmelo Hayes in the aisleway 8 nights ago on SmackDown. Unfortunately for Kaiser, it is not the maneuver that gets him a 3 count tonight. Now Carmelo Hayes, one more time, may be seeing the sun on the horizon. Does he have enough left in the tank to secure victory and retain his gold? Kaiser down in just in a blink of an eye, and this is where Carmelo Hayes may have a chance to thrive. Revving up the engines, using his speed and agility to his advantage. Ludwig Kaiser frustrated after not getting the 3 count. And now Carmelo Hayes might have just caught him with that suplex cutter. The maneuver that won him the title back in July is the maneuver that retains him the gold here tonight at No Mercy.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE United States Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
A resilient effort by Carmelo Hayes. Ludwig Kaiser thought he had this match won time and time again. And although he was the aggressor, Carmelo Hayes got it done in the back half when it mattered most. Carmelo Hayes' United States Championship reign will roll on. He continues to prove that he is him. The question is now, what's next for the champ? Can't get enough Universe mode? Well, now is your chance to secure a backstage pass to more Universe than ever before. Become a No Nation Gaming channel member and gain entry into monthly house shows that directly affect your episodic viewing of Universe mode. Also, take a peek behind the curtain with behind-the-scenes updates, exclusive content to see how Universe mode is brought to life each and every week. Hit the join button down below, become a Backstage Pass channel member, and get your front row seat to more Universe than ever before. It's a better time than any to become a No Nation Gaming channel member. Saturday night, October the 12th. Saturday night, October the 26th. Not 1 but 2 live events coming your way for No Nation Gaming channel members next month. It is Halloween Havoc, and it is going to be extraordinary. Hit the join button down below or the link up in the cards. Become a No Nation Gaming channel member, and don't miss out on that exclusive action. Halloween Havoc might be spooky, but so are these gentlemen. Akam, Rezar, the authors of pain. Of course, accompanied by the mastermind, Paul Ellering. These men were unleashed by one man, the Harbinger of Doom, Karrion Kross. Last month on Monday Night Raw, with one goal in mind: seek and destroy Baron Corbin, as well as Mr. Money in the Bank, Corbin Breakker. It really all has to do with Karrion Kross's personal problems with those two individuals, two men who have been a thorn in the side for months for Karrion Kross. Kross was feeling a little bit outnumbered when Corbin and Breakker realized that they had a common enemy. He called upon these two fighters, former NXT Tag Team Champions, 2016 Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners, two men who once took Monday Night Raw by storm and have been doing so all over again since unleashed on the world by Karrion Kross. And if Baron Corbin and Corbin Breakker want to settle their issues with Karrion Kross respectively, well, they're going to have to go through the AOP. Is it the path that Breakker and Corbin would have traveled down if chosen? Most likely not. But they're going to do what they got to do. They're going to fight they're going to get their payback on two men who have left them laying in the past, regardless of what their conditions are coming out of Raw this past Monday night. Baron Corbin hot off the heels with an interaction with Karrion Kross this past Monday. Jumped from behind in the aisleway, tried to give him his damnedest, unfortunately was choked out inside of the ring by the Harbinger of Doom. Unfinished business, the tagline of this tag team matchup. Corbin and Breakker, however, looking to set down the right path to finishing this business once and for all.
And their opponents, first, from Kansas City, weighing in at 285 pounds,
You know, for Baron Corbin, he left Monday Night Raw last year, went back down to NXT to really rediscover himself, but re-emerged on Monday Night Raw earlier this year when he was called upon by Karrion Kross. Kross needed help settling an issue with the Brawling Brutes at WrestleMania. Did that happen? It did not. The Brutes were victorious over Kross, Corbin, and Joe Gacy in a six-man tag team matchup. Well, Karrion Kross wasted no time cutting ties with the two men who seemingly let him down at WrestleMania. Corbin and Kross's paths once again met when they had a similar goal in winning the Intercontinental Championship in May. Baron Corbin getting in the Harbinger of Doom's way. Really what set off that issue all over again. And as for this man, Mr. Money in the Bank, Bron Breakker, is gotta be itching for action, as it has been some time since he has got his hands on anybody between bell to bell. And that statement has everything to do with the actions of Karrion Kross over the last 2 months on Monday Night Raw.
And from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds,
Well, Bron Breakker has had quite the 2024 so far, of course holding the men's Money in the Bank contract that he can cash in at any time up until next July. Breakker this year owns victories over the Rated R Superstar Edge, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, among others. But he has been unable to finish his issues with Karrion Kross even after defeating Kross all the way back in July on Monday Night Raw. Bron Breakker saving Baron Corbin from a beatdown in the month of May. Really what set off these issues that much more. And as they continue to progress and the attacks continue to get more violent, and Karrion Kross was hell-bent on getting Corbin and Breakker out of his way on Monday Night Raw, it is what led us to this tag team matchup tonight. Corbin and Breakker looking for some retribution after being laid to waste time and time again by the Harbinger of Doom, Akam and Rezar as well. An opportunity tonight to settle the score. Baron Corbin doing what he does best, throwing fisticuffs with the big man Rezar. Corbin and Breakker, a very unlikely duo, but brought together through common enemies. Hell, they've been calling themselves the Wolf Dogs as of late, and this is their first time going around as a tag team. As great as they may be as single stars, and as tough as they may be, and as much as they want their retribution over the AOP, Karrion Kross as well. It's their first time teaming up tonight, and you got to believe that favors the AOP. An experienced tag team. We talked about some of their accolades at NXT. Breakker and Corbin may be fighting an uphill battle tonight against the Authors of Pain. All remains to be seen. Corbin sent out of the ring, full head of steam. Look out, Rezar! Your head just got sent into the 5th row of the Bell Center. And Baron Corbin going for an early victory. Not just yet. As we mentioned, Corbin and Breakker, not so fun of a night in Winnipeg this past Monday on Raw. Cameras rapidly cut into the backstage area where Karrion Kross bloodied Bron Breakker with a steel chair, incapacitated him. Later that night, he went one-on-one with Baron Corbin, and as Corbin was making his way down the aisle, ambushed him in the aisleway. Corbin tried to fight and continue that match nonetheless, but was inevitably choked out by Karrion Kross. I'm sure in the mind of the Harbinger of Doom, as well as The mastermind, Paul Ellering. Cross laid the groundwork. Now it's up to the AOP to build the foundation and get rid of Corbin Breakker once and for all. I'll tell you what, that is certainly a statement to be made to the rest of the Monday Night Raw locker room to set fear into their hearts if the AOP can get this victory tonight, especially against Mr. Money in the Bank, Bron Breakker, who has had a hell of a year in singles competition on Monday Night Raw. Tag made to the man himself. Corbin fighting his way out of the corner. Unfortunately, Bron Breakker gets leveled with a massive lariat from Rezar. The AOP looking to be a force to be reckoned with, and my goodness! You are seeing right there why Akam and Rezar spent several years away from the WWE. These guys are dangerous. Nobody wants to get into the ring with them. This is why Karrion Kross called upon these two men to take care of his business. Bron Breakker entering the squared circle you'd think would be a difference maker, but right now he is getting mowed over by Rezar, the authors of pain. This is not good. Mr. Money in the Bank, Bron Breakker, set in enemy territory. And oh no. Bron Breakker is no small individual, but up against Rezar, he looks like a cruiserweight, getting sent corner to corner. On spaghetti legs after the power of Rezar is being showcased. Oh, there's a counter by Mr. Money in the Bank. Bron Breakker trying to leave any stone unturned in hopes of victory tonight. Couple of shots right to the back of the head may just neutralize that massive individual. You know, it's been quite some time since Bron Breakker really seen competition inside of the ring. Was a part of the Money in the Bank ladder match. Holy hell! Back in July. What athleticism by Breakker. The next night on Monday Night Raw, Bron Breakker was looking for competition, was ambushed by Karrion Kross. Weeks later when Bron returned, Akam and Rezar had showed up, and it has just been attacks and ambushes ever since. Breakker back in action between the ropes tonight, and clearly is starting to find his footing. Akam tagged in. Here comes Mr. Money in the Bank. Nobody home. Oh man, Akam's got some speed as well, and that's what makes the AOP so dangerous. How can you compete against two men who clear all subjects? Speed, agility, power, strength, size, and intimidation. Oh no, and now Breakker going for another ride from Wolf Dog territory to AOP territory. Karrion Kross, I'm sure, is watching from afar and is hoping that the AOP write the final chapter on Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin's thorn in the sides that they have been. Breakker sent over the top rope, but I think ringside is the last place you want to be. With Akam and Rezar already dangerous between the ring, going to be that much more dangerous on the outside. Bron Breakker heading to the top rope. I don't know if I like this. Getting caught in a fall away by Akam. And the AOP almost keeping down one of 2024's breakout stars, but Bron Breakker is still alive here at No Mercy. Oh no, not again. Not again. Breakker sent into another corner. Going to the well with what works, but the thing is, even if Breakker has been here before, there's nothing he can do about it. Maybe except that, just start swinging. One left, one right. Using all of his weight to muscle Akam down to the canvas. He's got to keep this momentum up. Right into Wolf Dog territory, dare I say a much needed tag to the Lone Wolf himself, Baron Corbin. And a nice double team maneuver. It may be their first tag team go around, but they've been waiting for this for months. Just like that, Akam turning him over. Baron Corbin, no small man either. Just ragdolled in enemy territory. And I do not like this for Baron Corbin. Not looking to find himself. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Deep six. Into the cover. Rezar, however, right there, not allowing a three. Great offense nonetheless by Baron Corbin. Saw disaster coming and decided to strike with one of his best maneuvers, and that's a great feat of strength shown. Corbin trying to rally here in Montreal. Akam neutralized momentarily, but can Corbin keep this up? Choke breaker! Oh my God, Akam, look at the adrenaline. Not even phased. Ragdoll and Corbin in the corner once more. Oh no. Into the trio O. Decimation could be coming for one half of those wolf dogs. And in a matter of a moment, wherever Karrion Kross is watching from, he's got to be grinning ear to ear. Another tag made to Rezar. AOP looking to bring this matchup back to their homeland. Oh no. Corbin may be going for a ride, or maybe not. Submission hold. It was a torture rack on the shoulders of Rezar. Look at the size of Corbin up there. Rezar showing no mercy, but Baron Corbin breaks it up. Oof. And back and forth we start to go. These are some grown men in the middle of a bar fight if I ever saw one. Corbin just trying to get Rezar into enemy territory. Tag made to Bron Breakker. Double boots. And that one certified badass looking to be a difference maker this time around. Goes behind. Clubbing blow right to the chest. And now Breakker's starting to come unglued. Bron's been waiting for this matchup just as Baron Corbin has for months on Monday Night Raw. All the chaos, all the destruction has not gone unanswered. Into the corner goes the badass. Mr. Money in the Bank starting to come alive as Rezar has got to be wishing he was anywhere but Montreal. Hip toss. Oh yeah, the dogs are barking in Montreal and Bron Breakker is looking to eat. Oh, what a buzzkill by Rezar. Bron into the ropes. Look at that speed to hop down to the canvas. But there's a reversal by Mr. Money in the Bank. The Wolf Dogs cannot allow a rally by the AOP. A rally may mean one thing, and that's the final chapter being written on this contest. Rezar brought to the corner. Bron just levels him. Massive lariat. What did we say earlier? You can find Rezar's head out in the 5th row. I repeat those same sentiments. Oh, and hang on here. Well, Rezar's dazed on the outside, but I believe Paul Ellering is taking Bron Breakker's eye off the ball. Well, Paul Ellering, a mastermind, and also plays as a distraction. Tag made to Akam. Tag made to Corbin. Nice reversal that time. Corbin saw Akam coming from a mile away. Baron Corbin fired up here in Montreal. Akam rolling to the outside. Corbin not looking to allow it. Takes him down. Oh, and he's got a little left in the tank for Rezar. Baron Corbin did not make the trip to Montreal just to fall short to the AOP. Into the ring goes Akam. Baron Corbin is all kinds of fired up. Getting dropped with a DDT. Into the cover. Not just yet. Corbin is still going. And Baron Corbin did his cardio. And a tag made to Rezar. Corbin stops him as well. Corbin said, I've had about enough of Karrion Kross, Paul Ellering, Akam, and Rezar. This ends tonight. Rezar tagged in. Hoping to be a difference maker, but it's nothing but the same result. Oh, there's a shot by Akam. Oof! Baron Corbin dishing it right back. In enemy territory goes Rezar. Tag made to Bron Breakker. Oh my goodness! Bron going back to his family lineage. Into the cover goes Mr. Money in the Bank. Oh, it's not over yet, but what a maneuver that was. We have got a fight, and a tag team spectacular at that, in the middle of No Mercy, live from the Bell Center in Montreal. The Wolf Dogs going back. A shout out to the Steiner brothers and Bron Breakker. Although part of that family lineage, not getting the job done off that family maneuver. And I think Rezar and Akam have had enough. A great rally by the Wolf Dogs, but unfortunately a conclusion was not to be found. And now the AOP are looking to bring this thing to a screeching halt. Not if Mr. Money in the Bank Bron Breakker's got anything to say about it. Swinging all he can, all of his power behind those closed fists. Reversal that time, and Rezar getting the hell out of Dodge. Much needed tag after he was up on the shoulders of Corbin a few moments ago. Bulldog by Bron Breakker did not do it. And now Mr. Money in the Bank is getting pummeled. My goodness. Bron Breakker is going to feel those heavy-handed shots on Sunday morning. Able to get the shoulder up, but this is where you got to start questioning what is left in the tank of Mr. Money in the Bank. The AOP looking to bring this thing to a finish. Rushing leg sweep by Akam. But Bron Breakker showing why he has beat some of the best to ever do it in singles competition this year. Digging down deep, continuing to fight. Akam looking to bring this thing to a close. Bron Breakker once again rallies. Down goes Rezar. Breakker all kinds of fired up. Charges at Akam and he gets tackled down. Right when you think the tides are going to shift, AOP denies. But there's a denial by Bron Breakker that time. Akam trying to get to his feet. Bron full head of steam. These two powerhouses shoulder blocking each other. Running at each other like a couple of bulls. Oh no, ragdolled, and now Bron Breakker's the one going for the ride. The AOP, destructive as all hell, and tonight has been a reminder of just that. Bron Breakker's trying to fight, trying to do one more rally, but I don't know if these two men got enough left in the tank. Bron Breakker kips up on the outside right in front of Paul Ellering, showing that there is nothing Akam can throw at Mr. Money in the Bank to keep him down. Off the apron he goes. This certified badass is not looking to make his trip to Montreal an unsuccessful one. Down goes Rezar. All's fair in love and war, especially after the attacks and ambushes over the last 2 months. Akam on the shoulders, military press. Incredible feat of strength by the badass, but Rezar ensuring that there won't be a 3 count. Oh no, Akam better watch his back. Spear! Breakker into the cover. The Wolf Dogs are barking here in Montreal. What a fight. The Authors of Pain giving Corbin and Breakker hell, but those Wolf Dogs gave it right back to them. Digging down deep, finding a way to win. That certified badass and one lone wolf getting a victory.
Here are your winners, the team of Baron Corbin and Bron Breakker.
Well, Karrion Kross wanted the AOP to handle his business. Corbin and Breakker proving that if Karrion Kross wants to handle things, he's going to have to step up and do it himself. Those two men proving to be a cohesive unit. If I'm Karrion Kross, I better watch my back.
Storm is coming, walking. It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? And now you're playing with matches. Come out of the million voices in my crowd.
It is live 1 week from tonight in Madison Square Garden in New York City, the inaugural Queen of the Ring event, and what a night it is gonna be. Just announced for next Saturday, a massive 6-woman tag team matchup. Who will Bayley and Becky Lynch choose to stand alongside them as they look to settle the score with Piper Niven, Chelsea Green, and Sonya Deville? Animosity between all these women comes to a head next Saturday. Also in tag team action, the women's tag team titles will be on the line as Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark defend the championships against two women who have had their numbers in singles competitions, Io Sky and Asuka. The Women's World Championship from Friday Night SmackDown hangs in the balance. Zelina Vega pinning the prodigy Roxanne Perez's shoulders to the canvas several weeks ago. A deserving #1 contender. Can she get the job done where it matters most? It is anybody's ball game in the triple threat matchup for the WWE Women's title. All these women at one point in time held the gold last month at SummerSlam. Cora Jade walks into her first defense with two hungry challengers next Saturday in New York City. It is the semifinals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Last night on SmackDown, we determined the goddess Alexa Bliss and former Women's World Champion in her own right, Raquel Rodriguez, will battle it out. Who will make their way to the finals later that evening to face off against the winner of Monday Night Raw's semifinal matchup? Former WWE Women's Champion Liv Morgan clashes with the Buff Barbie Tiffany Stratton. These two women no strangers to each other. They meet once more live next Saturday night in New York City at the Queen of the Ring.
Is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
All that action coming your way next Saturday in the Big Apple, but we are far from done here in Montreal. And here comes the hometown native. Unless my eyes deceive me, I believe is being accompanied by Kevin Owens here tonight. We have not seen KO since he fell short against CM Punk in the WWE Championship match last month at SummerSlam. But it appears Kevin Owens is attempting to even the playing field for Sami Zayn here tonight. 2 months ago in London, England, Sami Zayn was screwed out of the Intercontinental Championship from Dominik Mysterio and the numbers of the Judgment Day. All this time later, Zayn's continued issues with the Judgment Day leads him to a highly anticipated rematch with Dirty Dominik Mysterio. Well, Zayn knows a thing or two about beating Dirty Dom. He did so in Madison Square Garden on the first Raw of the 2024 season. Now tonight they find themselves in a trilogy matchup for the Intercontinental Gold. They are split one apiece. Tonight the rubber matchup, and certainly a home field advantage for the challenger. And to be fair, whether we're in Montreal, London, England, New York City, or anywhere else around this globe, I don't think anybody is a fan of the Intercontinental Champion. It has come to be expected, a raucous reception for Dirty Dom. Well, Dominik Mysterio, like him or not, and a lot of us certainly don't like him, but he has done his damnedest to block out the noise time and time again. And as you can see, has found success on Monday Night Raw. Has he leaned on the numbers of the Judgment Day? Absolutely, they all have. That is the MO of the black and purple unit. But now Dominik Mysterio defends that Intercontinental Championship against the man he cheated it out of 2 months ago. Like him or not, Dom is a reigning, defending champion, but it may not be for long. Sami Zayn has been waiting for this night since London, England 2 months ago. Certainly a hot and vulgar, if you will, crowd here in Montreal as we send things down to Alicia Taylor.
Introducing the challenger from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 220
From New York City in March, to London, England in July, to Montreal, Quebec, Canada in September. The trilogy matchup of 2024 with the Intercontinental title on the line. Dirty Dominik Mysterio, Sami Zayn. Zayn has been accompanied by Kevin Owens, emerging for the first time since SummerSlam in hopes of evening the playing field here tonight at No Mercy. All remains to be seen if Kevin Owens will be an X Factor. Of course, the Nightmare Rhea Ripley, as you saw, accompanying her Dirty Dom down a ringside tonight. Well, the bell has sounded. We are underway, and Sami Zayn high out of the gate. You should expect nothing less. We saw what happened this past Monday night on Raw. Zayn pinning Finn Balor's shoulders to the canvas one-on-one. Celebration, however, did not last too long thanks to the arrival of Dominik Mysterio. Dominik's face just got rubbed right off thanks to a boot scrape from the challenger. And this has got to feel therapeutic for Sami Zayn. He has been waiting for this night for months. Sami Zayn has been a thorn in the side of the Judgment Day, but that can be said vice versa. And it was just last weekend, Saturday night at WWE Live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Zayn alongside with DIY, picking up the victory against the Judgment Day in the six-man tag team matchup. Zayn looking to do it all over again here tonight in Montreal. Full head of steam. Here we go over the top rope. Montreal in appreciation of their hometown native, beating the living daylights out of the Intercontinental Champion. Dominik Mysterio trying to avoid disaster. Disaster meaning losing his championship gold here tonight at No Mercy, but he may not be given a choice. Dominik Mysterio finally starting to see some daylight in this matchup as Sami Zayn has been brought down to the canvas, but what an opening few moments by the challenger. Normally in situations like that, as we talked about with Carmelo Hayes, for example, earlier tonight, you almost never like to see somebody expend too much energy and come out highly aggressive in the first part of the matchup. You're leaving yourself open for mistakes. But Sami Zayn, a veteran of the squared circle, knows Dominik Mysterio very well. They have been inside the ring before doing this song and dance. Zayn feeling very comfortable, revving up the engines in the early going. Fortunately for the challenger, Dominik Mysterio getting back into this matchup, or maybe not for long. And Zayn once again beating down Dirty Dom, or maybe not. Dom able to wrestle Zayn down to the canvas, almost similar to how Zayn toppled Finn Balor this past Monday night. This may be the third one-on-one matchup of this year between these two individuals, but Zayn just last Saturday pinned Dominik Mysterio's shoulders to the mat in the midst of that six-man tag. One of the reasons he was gifted this championship contest tonight. Dom on spaghetti legs. Sami Zayn coming out of the corner, misstepped off the ropes. Well, if it doesn't work out the first time, try it again and maybe it will. Tornado DDT. Veteran instinct by Sami Zayn, not allowing that misstep to get into his mind. And now the pinfall scenario. Counter by Dom, looking to steal the victory. Right out from underneath the challenger. Counter by Zayn, into another pinfall. Like a teeter-totter going back and forth here. These two men know each other extremely well. Crossbody by the Intercontinental Champion. And we have got a good one, and we are only a few minutes into this matchup. Sami Zayn unfortunately outrun that time. You notice how fast Dom is really starting to pick up the engines in this matchup. He's not hesitating to strike, not hesitating to use some springboards, whatever he's got to do to keep down a man he knows very well in Sami Zayn. However, Sami Zayn has been daydreaming about this matchup for over 2 months since losing the gold in London, England. And this may be Dominik's worst nightmare. Down he goes, Blue Thunder Bomb. And we almost had a new champion here in Montreal, but unfortunately, Dominik Mysterio was able to muscle up a shoulder. Close call that time, close call for Sami Zayn's momentum, but Zayn keeping it. Blue Thunder Bomb may not have gotten the victory, but it continues to wear down the Intercontinental Champion. Dominik creates some distance and once again leaning on the springboards in this contest. Oof. Nothing fancy there, just a couple of soles of the boots right to the jawline. And now into a pinfall. Zayn not even giving Dom the confidence boost of a 1 count. Oh, but Dominik Mysterio, a sense of urgency out of the champion, realizing he's got to make up some ground here. Looking for the hat trick. 3 amigos. And that might do it. Zayn might have got caught. Not just yet, the challenger did not come home to Montreal to be denied. Dominik Mysterio looking to add some icing on that cake. Frog splash incoming, but Zayn saw it coming. Crash and a burn. Dominik sent to the outside. Able to hold on. What the hell does Zayn got in mind? On the middle rope. Oh my goodness, what an exploder. What a maneuver by Sami Zayn to win the title. It's not over yet. Talk about a 1-2 punch by the challenger. And as Montreal continues to be loud and proud in their support of Sami Zayn, what a maneuver that was. Dominik Mysterio crashing and burning on the canvas. Zayn sent him to the outside, brought him back in with a massive exploder suplex off the middle rope. And now Dominik Mysterio may be surviving, but certainly isn't thriving. There's a reversal that time. Oof. Right in front of Kevin Owens at that. Zayn being accompanied by his best friend tonight, Dominik Mysterio being accompanied by his mommy, Rhea Ripley. Rhea, who will of course be in action next Saturday, hoping to win back the Women's Championship that she lost at SummerSlam to Bianca Belair. And moments later lost it to a cashing in Cora Jade. Dominik Mysterio, however, just looking for retention of his current gold. This is what Dom's got to do. Slow down the pace. Take Montreal out of it. It is going to be Dom's best bet at winning the championship once more here tonight at No Mercy. Dominik on the middle ropes. I don't know what this kid's got in mind. Could have been going for a DDT or a bulldog. Zayn said nuh-uh. Sami Zayn is not looking to allow Dominik Mysterio to incapacitate the challenger and take away his hopes and dreams. Frankensteiner from the top, nicely executed. Zayn's going to the cover. Wait a minute, Rob Zapata's back is turned. Rhea Ripley exposed the corner. Oh, Zayn might have had it that time. Sami Zayn might have had the Intercontinental Championship won if it wasn't for that momentary distraction by Rhea Ripley. And here she goes, big mouth and all. Zayn's eye being taken off the ball. Well, Rhea's obviously been a little bit more quiet tonight, knowing Kevin Owens is on the opposite side of the ring. Oh no, Zayn might have just got knocked out. Not just yet. The distraction nearly paying Dirty Dom dividends. Hits another springboard. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Going for a dose. Naive maneuver out of Dirty Dom to expect Sami Zayn to lie in wait. A Saito by the challenger. Fatigue obviously setting in, but Sami Zayn has got the will to succeed. Dom placed on top. Zayn already hit that Frankensteiner a few moments ago. What has he got in mind now? Oh, going for a brain buster to win the title. No, Dominik Mysterio, that son of a bitch, is still alive. Sami Zayn has hit the Blue Thunder Bomb, a massive exploder suplex, one of the biggest I've ever seen, and that brain buster on the top. And I hate to give credit to that coward Dirty Dom, but he's somehow hanging in there. And oh no, Zayn might have got caught again. Dominik Mysterio has got him in prime position for a 619. Halo over the top. And he's not done. Zayn far away from Kevin Owens. Looking up at the lights in the Bell Center. Frog Splash delivers. Damn it. Retention by Dirty Dom.
Here is your winner, who is still the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Dirty Dominik Mysterio.
A valiant effort by the hometown hero Sami Zayn, but just got caught in those last few moments with a hat trick of maneuvers by a game Intercontinental champion. I can't believe we got to give this young man credit, but he survived some of the best offense that Sami Zayn has to offer. Maneuvers he does not pull out every day. And at the end of this equation, Dirty Dom is still holding gold. Prepare for the most exciting 10 minutes, a fast-paced 600 seconds, and all the action you can handle coming your way exclusively each and every Wednesday, only on the Noah Nation Gaming TikTok. The superstars of Raw and SmackDown race to the finish line on velocity. Competition at an all-time high that you won't see anywhere else. Scan the QR code, follow on TikTok, and don't miss a second of velocity. Well, coming up next here in Montreal, it is a very emotionally charged meeting between the almighty Bobby Lashley and the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. Lashley is out for payback after Randy Orton put him on the shelf 2 months ago. But this story started back in the month of May on Friday Night SmackDown. Randy Orton, one-on-one with Bobby Lashley in the main event, picked up a count-out victory over the almighty. That did not sit well with Lashley. He wanted another go-around with the Apex Predator that he was sure to make the most of. It was a victory just a few weeks later for Lashley that now in reverse did not sit well with Randy Orton. Lashley went on the challenge for the world title, all the while Orton was on his back. These two paths continued to cross week in and week out on SmackDown. Lashley costing Orton an opportunity to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. Orton costing Lashley a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Things really picked up in the month of July in London, England, when Randy Orton, alongside Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, laid out a game plan to take Lashley's eye off the ball and put him on the shelf. An RKO on the concrete floor, sending Lashley to the hospital and putting him out for nearly 2 months. That was until Friday Night SmackDown 4 weeks ago when the Almighty emerged, hell-bent on retribution against the man who cost him 2 months of his career. That was only a measure of revenge. Lashley looks to get the final score here tonight at No Mercy. And now we enter this one-on-one matchup. 8 nights removed from a 6-man tag team victory where Lashley and the Street Profits took down Orton and A-Town Down Under. Will the result vary here at No Mercy?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Viper, Randy Orton!
Well, Randy Orton's mindset has been well documented over the last few months. We almost sound like a broken record repeating the words of the Apex Predator. Remind the WWE Universe, as well as the locker room, just how dangerous he can be. This is a man, no matter the win or the loss, has ran over some of the best this industry has had to offer in 2024 alone. Hell, the last time he was in the ring with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, your current World Heavyweight Champion, it was a victory for Randy Orton. Just last month at SummerSlam, he stood toe-to-toe with a great one, The Rock. It may have been an unsuccessful outing, but Randy Orton continuing to remind the world that he belongs in the marquee. Even at this stage in his career, he strikes fear into the hearts of WWE superstars in that locker room. Bobby Lashley does not give a damn about Randy Orton's intentions. Orton tried to use Lashley to set an example. That RKO on the concrete floor 2 months ago in London, England, putting Lashley on the shelf. And now the Almighty is back and seeking retribution. That 6-man tag team victory just a few weeks ago, a measure of it. But tonight, Lashley looks to settle the score once and for all. Orton is ready, and so is the Almighty!
And his opponent from Colorado Springs, Colorado, weighing in at 273 pounds, the Almighty Bobby Lashley!
You know, Bobby Lashley entered 2024 a very frustrated individual, unable to get a WWE Championship match that he had earned last year thanks to injury on Monday Night Raw. Lashley eventually settled all his Monday Night Raw scores and made his way to SmackDown in the draft. Running into Randy Orton on that first night has set him down a whole nother path of injury revenge. Lashley, I'm sure, just as Randy Orton would like, to get in line for a future World Heavyweight Championship matchup. Tonight, these two men look to finish their story and move on once and for all. But only one man can get their hand raised in Montreal. Will it be the Almighty getting what he so desires? The payback, the pound of flesh. Will he chop the head off the snake? Or will Randy Orton strike out of nowhere? All remains to be seen. Their paths have crossed several times on Friday Night SmackDown, but tonight it was where it matters most. Lashley, Orton, the bell has sounded here at the Bell Center. And what a night it has been already. Some great in-ring action from Raw and SmackDown, but now it is the Apex Predator and the Almighty, two future Hall of Famers, locking horns before your very eyes. Randy Orton, as we mentioned, coming up short to The Rock 4 weeks ago at SummerSlam. I am sure he's not looking to see a similar result tonight. Randy Orton may find himself truly back to the drawing board after a path of destruction he has been on throughout this year on SmackDown. As for the Almighty Bobby Lashley, if he can secure the victory tonight and finally get Randy Orton out of his horizons, what could be next for the Almighty on SmackDown? All remains to be seen. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves here. We're talking about Lashley possibly picking up a victory, all the while Randy Orton is in firm control in the early moments of this matchup. These two men, no strangers to each other. Outside of the history over the last few months, 2 years ago at SummerSlam, Lashley and Orton went one-on-one. Orton was the victor on that night. Will history repeat itself here in Montreal? All remains to be seen as Lashley now starting to throw some live rounds on one Randy Orton. Oof, nice counter by Orton that time. Now Lashley sent into the corner, and Lashley looking to be in a similar position that Orton left him in back in the OVO Arena, Wembley in London 2 months ago. And we talked about that 6-man tag team victory 8 nights ago on SmackDown. Bobby Lashley, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford taking down Randy Orton, Grayson Waller, and Austin Theory. It was Lashley who pinned Theory in the midst of that 6-man tag team matchup. Randy Orton not necessarily involved in the decision. The momentum may be on the side of the Almighty nonetheless. Great way to bounce back after that suplex by Orton. Lashley going to lean on his power game to beat down and incapacitate the Viper. I am sure Lashley, forget about a game plan tonight. He has got a blueprint for war. He has been thinking about this matchup this night, getting his hands on Orton one-on-one, nobody else involved, since all the way back in July. Now Lashley finally gets his wish. Randy Orton heading to the outside. Lashley uncharacteristically dropping a hammer from the top. If that doesn't show you how much Lashley wants to get his pound of flesh, I don't know what will. Orton in trouble. Power bomb on the floor of the Bell Center. Bobby Lashley did not come to play. Randy Orton may be regretting the actions of his past. Lashley is going to savor in this beatdown and hopefully savor in a victory. Well, right now, I don't think Lashley is in a hurry to get a 1-2-3. I think Lashley is just looking for an incapacitation of the Viper. Go for the pinfall that time. Maybe we stand corrected, or maybe Lashley is just forcing Randy Orton to extend some energy. Maybe there is a method to the madness of the Almighty here tonight. Lashley, a veteran of the ring, not somebody who's necessarily going to be blinded by the sight of red, and his angst to get some retribution on Randy Orton. Randy Orton, however, regardless of the game plan, never a man you want to try to bet against. Orton, a bona fide future Hall of Famer, been built a picture-perfect WWE superstar from the ground up, has done it all in this industry, and continues to be hungry, continues to be on the hunt. Whether you like Randy Orton or not, whether you respect his actions or not, you got to admire the hustle of the Viper. Still competing at the top of his game and has no desires of slowing down. Bobby Lashley just the man standing in his way. Lashley stopping Orton dead in his tracks. Oh man, torture rack position. Win, lose, or draw. Orton's gonna need to put some ice on that later tonight. Orton almost chopped in half by the massive size and strength of the almighty Bobby Lashley, who now heads to the corner. Could be looking for that spear. Orton had it scouted and dropped it with a DDT. Orton has felt that spear one too many times, just as Lashley has felt an RKO one too many times. Neither men looking to see disaster here tonight. Orton getting the hell out of Dodge, and now just trying to take the wind out of the sails of Bobby Lashley as he gets sent to the corner. Remember, Bobby Lashley challenged the ring general Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship back in June, and all the while in anticipation of that matchup, Randy Orton was on his tail. You saw it in the highlights. Had ambushed Lashley at Super SmackDown in Mexico City months ago with not one but 2 RKOs that ended similarly to that. Disaster for Bobby Lashley. No matter the sneak attacks, and remember the one game of one-upsmanship between these two men, things got personal when Orton took away 2 months of Lashley's career. That's why we are here tonight at No Mercy. Lashley crash and burn off a misstep. Lashley going a little high risk in this matchup. You got to respect the game, but also a little out of the ordinary for Lashley as he tries to throw Orton off his game. Orton now bringing Lashley high risk, and it's only high reward for the man instituting the maneuver that time. That's a crash and burn that Bobby Lashley did not put himself in harm's way for. Randy Orton now the one dictating the pace, and this is how Orton likes to wrestle his style of matches. Slow and steady wins the race. Methodical beatdowns. Bobby Lashley is going to have nothing left in the tank if Orton has his way. Montreal won't be a factor. The millions watching at home won't be a factor. Randy Orton just focuses in on his opponent, and Lashley is not looking to find himself in that predicament. Oh man, almost got caught up that time. Randy Orton might move slow and methodically, but can slither like a snake as quick as lightning if he needs to. Lashley hoisted on top. And Orton going for a maneuver that his father made famous, superplex, that Cowboy Bob would be proud of. But Bobby Lashley's heart is still pumping, and his will for retribution pushes him forward. Nice reversal that time by Lashley. The wherewithal to hoist his leg in the air and catch Orton off guard. Lashley's got to be feeling the effects of that superplex, but letting adrenaline fuel him nonetheless. Orton brought into the corner by a very motivated, almighty Bobby Lashley, the former WWE champion, former United States champion, and I am sure would love to challenge for the World Heavyweight title one day on SmackDown. If he gets through Randy Orton, that day might be coming sooner than later. Under the cover, victory would be sweet tonight, but it's not to be found just yet. Oh man, Ain't nothing Randy Orton can do to defense that. This is where Lashley gets a little scary. Ragdolling Randy Orton. Orton, no small individual. But Bobby Lashley making him look like light work. Back and forth we start to go. Kicks, punches by Randy Orton. Maybe getting desperate to make sure that Lashley is not the one dictating the pace of this contest. Scoop and a slam. That is vintage Randy Orton as now he scales the ropes. A rare occurrence, but not somewhere where he is uncomfortable. Dropping an axe hammer. And Lashley is looking absolutely similar to what we saw in London 2 months ago. A shell of himself, broken and beaten. And Orton's just savoring in it. Just as we were a few moments ago, before a rally by Bobby Lashley. Randy Orton is in control, and he's having his way with the Almighty. Bobby Lashley may want retribution, but Orton does not give a damn. Orton is out for the same goal and the same mindset he has been on all year long. Remind the world just how dangerous he can be and eventually get back to the promised land of being a champion. Bobby Lashley picks up a much-wanted victory tonight. Randy Orton's going to have to go back to the drawing board and think up a new strategy. And a couple of times in this matchup, Lashley has worked on that back of Orton, and he may be doing so again. Power slam! Chad Patton right there into the cover, but Randy Orton still in it. Great offense by Lashley to get back into this matchup, and now just trying to wear down Orton with that claw right to the shoulder blade. Orton's back has got to be hurting him. Lashley's put out a lot of offense on it throughout this matchup. And now from the top, elbow to the heart of the snake. Bobby Lashley willing to do what he's got to do. And now another power bomb, this time dead center of the ring. And just like that, Randy Orton is up against the ropes. And Lashley's having his way with him. Orton getting ragdolled time and time again. Lashley has been waiting for this matchup since July in London, England on SmackDown. And there is no way in hell he is going to let Orton strike first. Nice STO, counter by Orton. Counter by Lashley, belly-to-belly suplex. Lashley doing what brought him to the dance all those years ago. Lashley has found himself in the main event of No Mercy before, all the way back in 2006, challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship. Tonight in a high-profile occasion against the Apex Predator Randy Orton. Nice reversal by Orton that time. Lashley finding himself in a predicament that he does not want to be in. Dropping Lashley right on the apron. Vicious strikes by one cold-hearted individual. Just when you think Orton's out, just when you think the snake has fallen in the grass, Randy Orton somehow finds a way to come alive. And there's Lashley using his surroundings to his advantage. Orton sent right to those diamond-plated steps, and Lashley's trying to build confidence, trying to rally here in Montreal. Back and forth we go at ringside. Orton with a Luthez, and that's going to hurt that much more, falling down on the floor of the Bell Center. Orton can tell you a thing or two about it. He got dropped earlier in this matchup out there. Referee at a count of 6. Lashley better hustle up. RKO out of nowhere! Lashley got caught! But the Almighty's still alive! Orton picking his spot where it mattered most. Unfortunately, conclusion, was not to be. That RKO sending a thunderous shockwave throughout the Bell Center. Lashley just trying to find a way back inside the ring to avoid countout, the same way Orton beat him all the way back in May. Lashley making his way back inside the squared circle and got caught with those 3 dangerous letters. Lashley might have kicked out, but how much is left in that almighty tank? Maybe not much, as Orton somehow showcasing the strength to take down Lashley once more. This is a great fight between two of SmackDown's best, two all-stars of the blue brand. And Randy Orton, dare I say, is looking fresh as a daisy. On the other hand, the wind might be taken out of the sails after that RKO by Randy Orton. Lashley is not looking well. Dead center of the ring. And oh no. Orton just starting to pick apart Lashley, limb by limb, bone by bone. Lashley laid to waste. And Randy Orton is absolutely loving it. Oh no, voices are being heard. RKO number 2. Randy Orton into the cover. The Viper strikes in the most successful manner here at No Mercy. You gotta feel for the Almighty. Was dying for retribution here tonight after 2 months of his career was taken away, but that cold-hearted son of a bitch, Randy Orton, struck where it mattered most with the 3 most dangerous letters in all of pro wrestling.
Here is your winner, the Viper, Randy Orton!
Live to fight another day. Get up and dust yourself off. The mindset that Bobby Lashley is gonna have to have. Randy Orton played his cards correct tonight. He broke down the Almighty, body part by body part, leaving a path of destruction in the middle of the Bell Center. Randy Orton's plan to continue to remind the world just how dangerous he is in full effect. But where does the Viper go now? What is next for the apex predator of the WWE? Last year, 16 of WWE's best cruiserweights clashed in an 8-week tournament to decide who stood above the rest at 205 pounds and under. This year, we do it all over again. Sunday afternoons at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, kicking off on September the 29th. 16 men representing SmackDown, NXT, and TNA Wrestling will participate in the 2024 edition of the Cruiserweight Classic. With the field more wide open than ever before, who will scratch and claw their way to greatness and be crowned the winner of the historic Cruiserweight Classic. The stakes are about to be raised as the WWE Championship is on the line. Up next, the Second City Saint, CM Punk, defends the gold in a triple threat equation against the phenomenal AJ Styles and the megastar LA Knight. Last month at SummerSlam, CM Punk taking down Kevin Owens in their highly anticipated Money in the Bank rematch to retain the prestigious WWE Championship gold. But a new #1 contender was needed. 48 hours on Raw. The equation of 2 triple threat matches with the winners moving on to the finals of an eliminator in a #1 contenders outing. AJ Styles as well as the megastar LA Knight clean sweeping their opponents. Back-to-back eliminations. The two men went on to meet 1 week later in a main event that took Monday Night Raw by storm. Several times throughout the contest, it looked like we were going to have a determined #1 contender, whether it be Styles or LA Knight, but a double countout as AJ Styles' frustration boiled over, leading to a brawl in the aisleway. Styles was infuriated at the result, laying out LA Knight, and moments later, the WWE Champion CM Punk. Well, the triple threat matchup was born. LA Knight and CM Punk know each other very well. Respect has been there, but obviously when the title is on the line tonight, that goes out the window. Punk ready to battle LA Knight, and certainly ready to battle the man who has left him laying not once but twice with Styles clashes, AJ Styles. It is a triple threat matchup. Any man's ball game. Who is leaving Montreal as WWE Champion? Will it be the megastar, LA Knight?
The following contest is a triple threat match and is for the WWE Championship. Introducing the challenger from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 241 pounds, LA Knight.
Well, although the Eliminator Finals did not see a result, you can't say that LA Knight and AJ Styles didn't earn their way to No Mercy. Knight defeating Baron Corbin as well as Karrion Kross on the Raw after SummerSlam in that opening round Eliminator triple threat. AJ Styles, of course, taking down Dijak as well as Bronson Reed to make his way to Montreal this evening.
And introducing the challenger, representing the OC from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Well, in terms of victories and defeat, AJ Styles, LA Knight, and CM Punk have all been in the win column one way or another over the last month on Monday Night Raw. But AJ Styles has certainly had the most blood on his hands. He has left LA Knight laying with a Styles Clash. He has left CM Punk laying, not once but twice, with that same maneuver. The Phenomenal One has been scratching and clawing his way back to the top of WWE, and it has brought him here tonight, one-on-one with LA Knight a few weeks ago. A result was not to be. Now all roads lead to a triple threat matchup here at No Mercy. CM Punk knows what he's getting into. He does not have to be pinned for a decision to be made. Could AJ Styles or LA Knight finally defeat the other and walk away with championship gold? A massive question that remains an answer. AJ Styles has entered. LA Knight has arrived. But the bell won't sound without the man himself, the WWE Champion. All around the world, it is the same song. Arenas jam-packed, chanting this man's name.
Introducing the champion from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, the WWE Champion, CM
CM
Punk.
Punk returned to the WWE in January with one goal in mind. And if you look around his waist, you can clearly see that he accomplished that goal. Once again, becoming the WWE Champion. Defeating Kevin Owens at Money in the Bank in July. Retaining against that same individual last month at SummerSlam. But as the champion comes to target on your back, 6 Raw superstars emerge. Unfortunately for Punk, not one but 2 were left standing. But as we have said time and time again over the last few weeks on Monday Night Raw, Punk's gonna do what he does best. A Chicago native making his way to Montreal. Back against the wall, clinch up his fist and start swinging. It's a triple threat matchup where anything can happen. It's anybody's ball game, and the most prestigious gold in the industry is on the line. The WWE title. One of our triple main events here at No Mercy tonight. And it comes in form of the triple threat matchup. Referee Rod Zapata assigned this contest as he hoists the prize high in the sky. 1 champion, 2 challengers, 1 pinfall or submission to a decision. No countouts or disqualifications. It is game on here at No Mercy. The bell has sounded. We are underway. LA Knight going right after AJ Styles. Styles dropping his opposing challenger. CM Punk and LA Knight have been in the ring one-on-one now on 2 different occasions. First 1 week prior to SummerSlam at WWE Live, and then of course this past Monday night on Raw. CM Punk was the victor last month. CM Punk technically the victor by disqualification this past Monday night on Raw as well. AJ Styles hitting the ring, not allowing that matchup to see a truly defined finish thanks to that Styles clash. Styles trying to do all he can to gather momentum against his opposing challenger and of course the champion here tonight. You know, we talked tirelessly about AJ Styles and LA Knight and how their Eliminator matchup went without a conclusion several weeks back, but it was in the month of August. Oh, wait a minute here. Hold that thought. Neutralization by CM Punk as he takes down LA Knight, or I should say AJ Styles momentarily. Meanwhile, LA Knight grabbing a microphone. Well, we do have a couple of loudmouths in this ring. I'll bite. We're going to see the action loud and clear. Back to what we were saying momentarily. Upwards of a month ago, AJ Styles did meet LA Knight on an episode of Monday Night Raw. If I'm checking my calendar, I believe it was actually in the month of July. And AJ Styles was the victor thanks to some outside interference. And this is going to be hard game to call. As we talk about all the time in these multi-person matches, it is so hard to get sustained momentum. Just as you think you're in control, the third individual, the X Factor, sneaks up behind you, clocks you in the back of your head, takes momentum. Gotta have eyes in the back of your head, but obviously a figure of speech that is easier said than done. So that microphone continues to ring throughout the speakers here in the Bell Center. AJ Styles dropping CM Punk and drops LA Knight as well. Similar to what we saw on Monday Night Raw this past week in Winnipeg. AJ trying to charge it. LA Knight, CM Punk dropping him with that microphone. AJ Styles at his deepest, darkest secrets almost heard throughout the Bell Center. Taking down LA Knight once more. CM Punk gonna get a shot in as well. This is what we talk about. One man goes down, another man goes down. CM Punk sent to the outside. Burning hammer by the defiant LA Knight. Into the cover on Styles. It's going to take a lot more to keep down a very motivated, phenomenal one. AJ Styles has not seen singles loss in quite some time on Monday Night Raw. Had to go back several months for that. He's picked up victories throughout the summer, and once this WWE Championship Eliminator was born last month, clearly made the most of it. May not have defeated LA Knight in that one-on-one matchup, but obviously worked out in his favor. Now Styles taking down LA Knight, crossface in the middle of the ring. You better watch because CM Punk's right there. No way Punk's going to allow a tap out and a decision to be made without him being involved. Scoop and a slam. CM Punk has got his eyes on that microphone. I believe it was LA Knight who instituted it, and CM Punk's looking to use it in his favor. Not if the megastar's got anything to say about it. He'll say it loud and loud in the microphone. Loud and proud that would be. AJ Styles on the outside. LA Knight looking to meet him there. Both the challengers jockeying for position at ringside, and CM Punk once again with microphone in hand is going after them. Oh my goodness. Ain't nothing fancy about that. But it's all legal in the midst of a triple threat matchup. Man, AJ Styles has been an aggressor since the opening bell. Multiple times we have found Styles standing on the soles of his boots. All the while LA Knight and CM Punk have been trying to recover. Of course, that is just a momentary time in this matchup. Now it is LA Knight with AJ Styles in his foresight. CM Punk trying to get his hands dirty. Knight continuing to use that microphone. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's all legal within the rules of a triple threat matchup. Only thing we are looking for is a pinfall or submission in between the ropes to determine who is leaving Montreal as the WWE Champion. Oof! These men field, or I should say allowed to brawl all around ringside. Damn near welcomed in this style of matchup. Tope Suicida by the Megastar. Punk had his eyes on AJ Styles. LA Knight took advantage of it. Knight takes down CM Punk once more. LA Knight also victorious last month at SummerSlam in that Detroit street fight against Dijak. Finally burying that situation once and for all last month in Ford Field. Montreal loud in support of LA Knight, but they are also a lot of CM Punk supporters in the building, as we heard as the champ was making his way down the aisle. AJ Styles back into the ring, Punk back into the ring, LA Knight looking to meet him there. AJ Styles gets caught, chin breaker by the WWE Champion, but there you see LA Knight taking advantage of CM Punk's back being turned, and Styles dishes it right to the Megastar. And now with his eyes locked in the Second City Saint, Punk gets hung up in the top rope. Punk continues to find himself between a rock and a hard place in this matchup. LA Knight making sure that this matchup did not go to a decision. Blood force trauma. But CM Punk not going to allow a pinfall to be made. LA Knight saw an opportunity and he took it. Just like that, in a moment's notice, the momentum can shift in a triple threat contest. Styles had the champ down. LA Knight struck with a BFT, and this thing may have been over with had Punk not gotten to the soles of his boots. And now LA Knight sent to the outside, just as AJ Styles is. Both these men, both these challengers looking worse for wear as the WWE Champion has got a moment to regroup. Get a little R&R. Why rush up when you can take this moment to recalibrate a game plan? LA Knight coming in after CM Punk. Wait a minute! Blood force trauma to the WWE Champion, but now it's AJ Styles breaking things up. Role reversal, but the same man dishing out punishment. That is twice now that LA Knight almost had this matchup won and may have been champion if it weren't for the other individual. CM Punk trying to get to his feet, was on spaghetti legs momentarily. Now watching as his two challengers are going at it inside the squared circle. Well, Punk with a nice shot there, going for a springboard. Thought he would have got some of it, but LA Knight took AJ Styles out of the vantage point. Crash and burn for Punk is only going to benefit one man at the moment, and that's the Defiant Man in the red trunks. You know, earlier on it was AJ Styles who was continuously taking over. Now it seems that LA Knight has taken over this matchup. It is CM Punk and AJ Styles juking and jiving for their position. And I don't know who brought in that steel chair, but LA Knight's making the most of it. All fair and love and war in the midst of this triple threat matchup. AJ Styles once again ensuring that the title wasn't going to change hands. Oh, reversal by LA Knight. And those quick wits by the Megastar takes out Styles, at least for a moment. Directly turns his attention to CM Punk, but only so long you can last, trying to go back and forth. Punk looking dazed in the corner. As once again, Knight and CM Punk, or I should say Knight and AJ Styles, were jockeying for position. CM Punk literally stuck between his two challengers right now, trying to find a way out, but just got dropped with that neck breaker on the back of that steel chair. CM Punk, just when you think he's got an opportunity to get back into this matchup, he is finding himself looking worse. And now Knight into the cover on Styles, almost had a championship change in hands without Punk having to be involved in the decision. CM Punk fighting all year long to get back the WWE Championship he once held many years ago for 434 days. Punk looking to top that this time around. Not as Styles and LA Knight got anything to say about it. Oh my goodness, Arabian facebuster. Styles has been watching his Sabu tapes. And CM Punk once again is staring up at the lights of the Bell Center. Punk with a counter. Punk takedown Styles. Goes at LA Knight. Back and forth these two men go. And it's LA Knight getting the best of the champ. Knight trying to hustle up into the cover. Will that be all she wrote? Not just yet. Punk gets the shoulder up just at the last second. Yeah, this is what the WWE Championship means to these Raw superstars. Willing to go the extra mile, fighting tooth and nail to leave Montreal, Quebec, Canada this evening as your WWE Champion. AJ Styles has got Knight in position. Styles clash. Rolls him over to the pinfall, but CM Punk with a kick right to the chest. Now CM Punk with AJ Styles in his horizons. Go to sleep on the Phenomenal One. LA Knight's down. Styles may be out. Not just yet. Kick out. Knight charges at Punk. There's a reversal by the self-proclaimed best in the world, who now has Knight on his shoulders. GTS. But now AJ Styles on his feet, taking care of Punk. Styles has an opportunity here. Springboard, Acai moonsault. Styles is gonna steal it. Punk out of the ring. LA Knight may be out. Not just yet. Oh man, that is what triple threat matches are all about. And Styles almost made the most of these rules. Double go to sleeps, but nobody was tucked in for the night. AJ going back to the well with that steel chair. CM Punk trying to get back inside the ring. Styles muscles him down. Cross faces locked in here in Montreal. CM Punk struggling to make sure this thing doesn't break down into a choke. Luckily, LA Knight stopping it. Non-stop action from your Monday Night Raw All-Stars. One of your triple main events here at No Mercy tonight. Blood force trauma once more. Punk is dazed, but he's able to break things up dead center of the ring. My goodness. All of these men have thrown their best shots, but shoulders continue to pop off that canvas. Punk taking care of LA Knight, and AJ Styles able to come from behind. Gotta believe Styles is feeling it off that second blood force trauma and eating the GTS a few minutes ago. But it's nights like tonight where you shake off the cobwebs and continue to fight. Styles with a chair. LA Knight with a chair. One to CM Punk's dome. Swinging for the fences, and it's the Phenomenal One who strikes. Punk is out. LA Knight may be out. After the chair to the dome. Oh my God, he got him. AJ Styles just stole the WWE title. CM Punk waking up and realizing what happened. LA Knight was knocked out with the steel chair, and Styles is leaving Montreal as the champ.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Champion, the Phenomenal AJ Styles.
After being dropped with the Styles Clash, not once but twice on Raw, that has got to sting that much more. CM Punk not even involved in the equation. LA Knight was knocked out with that steel chair long enough for AJ Styles to capitalize and pinning his fellow challenger. A shocking turn of events here in the Bell Center as the Phenomenal AJ Styles is once again on top of the mountain as your new WWE Champion. after no mercy is shown and a queen is crowned, the bad blood will boil over. Coming your way, live on Saturday night, October 19th, from the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Witness the unforgiving, high-octane, and high-stakes action as Raw, SmackDown, and No Nation Gaming channel memberships proudly present WWE Bad Blood. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We are heading to the TD Garden in Boston Saturday night, October 19th for Bad Blood. But we remain here in Montreal. What a night it has been thus far. I can't believe we have a new WWE Champion and AJ Styles. Well, it remains to be seen if we'll have a new World Heavyweight Champion and who's going to be walking in to the SmackDown season premiere. SmackDown is heading to Thursdays. It kicks off October the 3rd with the season premiere edition of Thursday Night SmackDown. Remains to be seen who the World Champion will be on that night, but we do know that the franchise John Cena will be in the house for the first time since last October. The 16-time world champion is heading back to the blue brand Thursday night, October the 3rd, live at the season premiere of SmackDown. But who will be the World Heavyweight Champion? We find out up next. The Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre, is hell-bent with one goal in mind, getting back the championship from the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. It was last month at SummerSlam in Ford Field that Cody Rhodes accomplished what many believe to be an impossible feat, defeating the Ring General Gunther and becoming the brand new World Heavyweight Champion, a task that Drew McIntyre was unable to do not once but twice before. But ever since that night at SummerSlam, Drew McIntyre has been hot on the tail of the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, ambushing him just days later on SmackDown, which 2 weeks later on SmackDown led to a brawl that went all throughout the arena as the American Nightmare was done dealing with the Scottish Warrior's issues. Cody said, "You want to fight? I will give you a war and a shot at the gold." But we got to take you back to what happened just last night on SmackDown, right here inside the Bell Center. Another brawl breaking out between these two individuals as McIntyre laid to waste the World Heavyweight Champion. Those steel steps right after a Claymore kick, and although Cody tried to defend himself, he was inevitably put right through the announce table by the #1 contender. McIntyre doing all he can to break down Cody Rhodes hours before the World Heavyweight Championship matchup here tonight. Did he do his damnedest? We find out right here, right now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
For 267 days in 2023, Drew McIntyre was your World Heavyweight Champion. He wore that title proudly, waved the flag of Friday Night SmackDown with honor and pride. But ever since losing the title to Gunther last November at Survivor Series, McIntyre has slowly slipped into madness. Finally got back on his feet, won the Elimination Chamber matchup for the second year in a row, met Gunther in the main event of WrestleMania Saturday earlier this year, and once again was unable to defeat the Ring General. We watched for months as McIntyre continued to fall short of the finish line, continued to fall short of becoming the #1 contender, blamed a lot of his problems on the Mad Dragon Ilya Dragunov, who had knocked off McIntyre not once but twice before. Ever since the month of July, we have seen a whole new version, possibly the most pissed off and destructive version of the Scottish Warrior more than ever before. tearing through Ilya Dragunov by one way or another last month at SummerSlam, and has been laser focused on taking down the American Nightmare ever since. As much as Drew McIntyre wants more than anything, possibly more than breath in his lungs, to be the World Heavyweight Champion, it is not going to be an easy task standing across the squared circle from a man who accomplished, as we mentioned before, a damn near impossible feat just 4 weeks ago in Ford Field. The American Nightmare makes his first defense as your World Heavyweight Champion. Cody Rhodes may not be sporting flesh wounds here tonight, but internally you have to question how the American Nightmare is faring coming into this contest. We showed you moments ago what happened 24 hours ago on SmackDown in this very building. A Claymore kick, a shot right to the dome with those solid steel steps, and then most of all, right through the announce table with the cold body of the champion. McIntyre with a very eerily similar beatdown to Cody Rhodes that was to Ilya Dragunov back in the month of July at Money in the Bank. The night where McIntyre turned his back on the world, turned his back on his supporters, and was willing to do anything he had to do to get back what he oh so desperately desires. McIntyre wants more than life itself to be the World Heavyweight Champion. Well, he's got his opportunity. He's got his wish. The bell is about to sound. Will McIntyre finally reclaim the World Heavyweight Championship?
Introducing the challenger from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre! And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody!
A phenomenal introduction by Samantha Irvin as Cody Rhodes gets ready to hand over the big gold belt to senior referee Charles Robinson, the man who counted the 3 4 weeks ago when Cody defeated Gunther to win the World Heavyweight title. Drew McIntyre glazing at the championship that he has desired to win back ever since it left his waist last November at Survivor Series. All this time later, McIntyre finally gets the opportunity he has been craving. Will he make the most of it? All remains to be seen as the bell has sounded, and here we go! McIntyre, Cody, World Heavyweight title. No matter which side you're on, no matter who you support, nobody can deny that these are two of the top stars of SmackDown. The show will be moving to Thursday nights on October the 3rd at the season premiere. Who is going to head in to Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center on the 3rd of October as the World Heavyweight Champion? That is the question we are looking for an answer to. McIntyre high out of the gate, beating the hell out of Cody Rhodes. Picking up right where he left off last night on SmackDown. You know, Cody Rhodes only planned, I should say, to come to the ring last night and address Drew McIntyre, state a few final words before this match tonight. But Cody didn't even get a chance to, as a brawl ensued in the backstage area and made its way out to the arena. McIntyre may have gotten overzealous after what happened last night and what is happening so far in this matchup. Cody sending McIntyre over the ring, should say out of the ring, and Drew McIntyre creating a little bit of distance. This is not where Cody Rhodes wants to be, in my opinion, right where he was left laying 24 hours ago on SmackDown. But Cody Rhodes, obviously at the top of his game no matter what. Can't question the mindset of the man and the game plan of the man who took down Gunther 4 weeks ago. That was a reign that Gunther House from Survivor Series of last year all the way to SummerSlam defeated the likes of Drew McIntyre, Bron Breakker, Edge, Ricochet, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and more. And Drew McIntyre not looking to find himself on the short end of the stick of another World Heavyweight Championship equation. If he keeps up missteps like that, Cody may not give him a choice. No matter the pain that Cody Rhodes has got to be feeling coming into this matchup, this is where it matters most. This is where you got to push yourself past your limits and try to dust off any cobwebs that are building up and continue to push forward. Nice rushing leg sweep, emphatic at that, and right into the pinfall. Couple near fall attempts by Cody in the early going. Could Cody Rhodes try to get this match done in a hurry? Catch McIntyre by surprise. Cody Rhodes is feeling the effects of some of the recent attacks by Drew McIntyre, most importantly last night. That may not go well for the American Nightmare as we enter deep waters, if Cody allows it to, in this matchup. Drew McIntyre knows exactly what he was out to accomplish last night, trying to incapacitate Cody Rhodes. This is a man in Cody Rhodes who made his way through 4 rounds of the King of the Ring tournament to win the entire thing back in May and June. Of course, went on to defeat Gunther, but tonight may not be Cody's night. McIntyre knows exactly what he is doing. He is out to pummel the champion and take away his title without an eye being batted in his direction. Cody getting the shoulder up that time. I think McIntyre knew he wasn't going to get the pinfall there, but just wanted to force Cody Rhodes to extend some energy. Possibly force Cody Rhodes to push through some nagging injuries that only are going to incapacitate Cody that much more. Oh, wait a minute. Inside cradle by Cody. McIntyre might have misstepped, almost stole the victory there. Again, it almost seems that Cody Rhodes may be trying to get this match done in a jiffy tonight. Cody may be worried about entering deep waters and may be looking to avoid it. Cody did what he had to do last month at SummerSlam, entering those championship rounds, if you will. And we saw Cody Rhodes become the first man to kick out of that avalanche powerbomb, something that put away Drew McIntyre back at WrestleMania earlier this year. If Cody can do that, is he able to survive nearly anything inside of that ring? I think that is what McIntyre's trying to test out. And that may be why McIntyre was so hell-bent on destroying Cody Rhodes as of late on SmackDown, trying to ensure tonight is not a fair fight. Couple of throw-arounds by McIntyre, tossing Cody like he's last week's garbage. Cody Rhodes, with whatever he's got left, has got to try to find a second or third gear. Because if this match turns into a Drew McIntyre beatdown, Cody Rhodes' road to becoming World Heavyweight Champion, although a successful one, may be a short one. It's Cody's first defense of the gold here tonight. And it could not come with his back, I should say, more against the wall. Oh no, Drew McIntyre again with a power bomb. McIntyre is just savoring in this beatdown. I'll tell you what, one thing that should be mentioned is we're talking about all of McIntyre, what his game plan could have been as of late on SmackDown, trying to beat down Cody Rhodes, make sure he was not coming into this thing 100%. It says a lot about Cody. McIntyre is not underestimating the American Nightmare tonight. He saw crystal clear, just as the rest of the world did, what Cody was able to accomplish throughout the summer, including last month at SummerSlam. McIntyre does not want to end in the same result as Gunther. Nice counter there. It looked like McIntyre was going for a Glasgow kiss. Cody read his playbook, and now Cody's trying to rally into another pinfall. Hurry up offense. McIntyre still into this fight. Cody hoping to catch Drew off guard, but I just don't think that is going to work out against the Scottish Warrior here tonight. One of the toughest son of a bitches to ever enter a squared circle. Nice move by Cody nonetheless. Wait a minute. Crossroads by Cody Rhodes. Did he pull off another feat? Not just yet. Drew McIntyre, with enthusiasm, gets that shoulder off the canvas. Drew McIntyre just saw his life flash before his eyes. And now McIntyre may be worried. Cody Rhodes went to the well with a sense of urgency, and although he didn't get the victory, it has put Cody in a prime position to strike. Tope suicide to the outside, and the American Nightmare is all kinds of fired up. This wrench in his fingers, it looks like, in the eyes. McIntyre's tapping out. Not that it matters on the outside of the ring. McIntyre's hurt. Cody Rhodes striking with that crossroads, and he may have just changed the trajectory of this matchup, at least for the time being. There goes the champion of the barricade. The reversal by Cody, and it's the challenger now. Cody Rhodes striking while the iron was hot, and McIntyre may be feeling nervous. I think the world title aspirations for Drew might have flashed before his eyes, but if that doesn't send a chill down your spine, I don't know what will. McIntyre's alive, he's healthy, and he's beating down on Cody Rhodes once more. Cody might have thrown his best shot. Desperation with that crossroads. McIntyre found a way to survive, and now Drew McIntyre is the hunter. Oh no, on the top rope. Think about Cody going through the announce table last night and how much damage this is gonna add on top of it. Superplex. Delayed vertical by the Scottish Warrior, who goes into the pinfall. And Cody Rhodes still with a will to hold on to his title. Some appreciation being shown by this Montreal audience for these two competitors. It's been a great night of action here at No Mercy, and Drew McIntyre is looking for it to be a spectacular evening in his career by once again becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. And you want to talk about scary sights? That leg drop off the middle buckle. Just that. Cody's hurt. Cody's out. Might need a shovel to get him off the canvas tonight. McIntyre has played his game to perfection. This is the man that Drew has become, a cold-hearted killer. As a matter of fact, those are the words that Drew McIntyre described himself as when he was going back and forth with the Celtic Warrior Sheamus a few weeks ago on SmackDown. Big boot, wipe out. But Cody Rhodes continues to persevere. McIntyre might be starting to think, what the hell do I gotta do to put this man away? Cody Rhodes just continues to fight, continues to be resilient, and there you see his lifeless body just being tossed over the top rope. McIntyre in hot pursuit of the reigning, defending World Heavyweight Champion, who is not looking so golden at the moment. Drew McIntyre has waited many, many nights for this opportunity. The world title that he lost last November at Survivor Series. The WrestleMania main event where he had a chance to win back the gold that slipped through his fingers back in March. McIntyre not looking to see another unsuccessful outing, but if Cody Rhodes has anything left, it might be just that for the Scottish Warrior. On the outside, Cody Rhodes finding a way to muscle up that one big SOB. Into the squared circle goes McIntyre, not by will but by force of Cody. Down goes McIntyre once more. Cody Rhodes, with anything left, looking to start swinging, and it's now or never for the American Nightmare. Oh, wow, side effect from the Carolinas all the way to Montreal, Canada. Cody Rhodes just throwing everything in the kitchen sink, just trying to find something that'll keep McIntyre down for a couple of seconds. Just enough time to get some R&R, maybe a 3 count. Oh, look at Drew. Talk about turn the tables in the flash of a pan. Cody Rhodes, within an instant, finds himself up against the ropes once more. And McIntyre looks like a tiger who's ready to salivate on some meat. Cody Rhodes. Oh my goodness! If Cody Rhodes, excuse us, didn't have the wind knocked out of him already, that'll do the trick. Drew McIntyre sending Cody for another ride. This is becoming hard to watch. And now McIntyre in the corner, looking for the exclamation point. Claymore kick, new champion on the horizon. Cody Rhodes is still alive. Cody's still in it. How the hell does Cody Rhodes push forward? We saw what he went through at SummerSlam. Hell, we saw what he went through over the last 12 months on Friday Night SmackDown. Through hell or high water, Cody will try to survive. Look at the hustle. Double springboard, down goes McIntyre. Is there one last-ditch effort in the soul of the American Nightmare? McIntyre kicks out, but Cody Rhodes has got to keep his foot on the gas pedal tonight. That Claymore kick might have knocked out many, but it might have just woken up Cody Rhodes. McIntyre kips up. Damn it! Just when you think Cody has a window, McIntyre slams it shut. Cody is lifeless. Just like that, the wind has been taken out of the sails. The balloon has been popped here in Montreal. And we got a flying Scottish warrior crushing the champion's hopes and dreams at ringside. Cody Rhodes, what has he got left? Able to send Drew in the ring by his own momentum. Cody misses. Well, not that time. Cody swinging. Oh my! Power bomb by the American Nightmare. Where does he find it? Deep down within him. Cody's starting to rally with Montreal, Quebec behind him. What a clinic for the World Heavyweight Championship thus far here tonight at No Mercy. Another reversal by Drew. Just when you think Cody's got him. Maybe he does. Bulldog. Drew McIntyre's looking shook. Cody Rhodes may have him. Oh no, McIntyre starting to unload. Drew's getting pissed off. The Scottish Warrior is coming unglued. Into the ropes goes Cody, maybe not. Cody reversal that time. Nice sidestep. McIntyre got caught. Crossroads. Cody Rhodes looking to strike. I believe that was a second. Hat trick delivered. 3 Crossroads. And Cody finds a way to retain the title.
Here is your winner, and still the World Heavyweight Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
By hook or by crook, through all the ups and downs of this matchup, if there was a will, there was a way, and Cody Rhodes survives the warpath of the Scottish Warrior. A pro wrestling clinic, and Cody Rhodes proves once again that he is worthy of his spot on top, leaving Montreal still World Heavyweight Champion. Can't get enough Universe mode? Well, now is your chance to secure a backstage pass to more Universe than ever before. Become a Noah Nation Gaming channel member and gain entry into monthly house shows that directly affect your episodic viewing of Universe mode. Also, take a peek behind the curtain with behind-the-scenes updates, exclusive content to see how Universe mode is brought to life each and every week. Hit the join button down below, become a Backstage Pass channel member, and get your front row seat to more universe than ever before. What a night it has been here at No Mercy, but don't forget we are live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time next Saturday night for the Queen of the Ring event in New York City. After that, we head to Chicago on the 30th of September for a live season premiere edition of Monday Night Raw. All roads lead to Thursday night, October the 3rd, when John Cena returns at the season premiere of Thursday Night SmackDown. Hot and heavy action on the horizon, but we are not done yet. It is main event time here in the Bell Center. It is all or nothing as the Judgment Day gets set to defend their World Tag Team titles against Jay and Jimmy of the Usos, who are fighting for their jobs on Monday Night Raw. It is tables, ladders, and chairs tonight, but let us show you how we got to the dance here at No Mercy. All roads lead back to earlier this year when Jay and Jimmy returns to the WWE for the first time in over 2 years with multiple goals in mind, testing themselves in the waters of new tag team competition and once again winning championship gold. Winning the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic on the Raw side propelled them to meet the Judgment Day for the World Tag Team titles at WrestleMania earlier in March. A matchup that many are still calling the Tag Team Match of the Year. Two of the greatest tag teams that Raw has to offer, colliding on the grandest stage. But in the end, it was Jay, it was Jimmy, sitting atop the throne as the new World Tag Team Champions. The Judgment Day did not take that lying down. Their pass met again at Vengeance in May in Bakersfield, California in a Tornado Tag Team matchup. A matchup chosen by Damian Priest and Finn Balor that ended up benefiting them, and they walked away 3-time Tag Team Champions. The issues have only escalated since, and all summer long we saw the evolution of the Judgment Day, along with Seth freaking Rollins against the Bloodline. It was faction warfare as all roads led to Ford Field in Detroit last month at SummerSlam in the big 8-man tag team matchup. Back and forth on both sides of the field, destruction all along the way, but in the end it was the Bloodline standing tall. And I think it was on that night that Jay and Jimmy decided it was time to get back the tag team titles. Well, Damian Priest and Finn Balor have been hell-bent on ridding themselves of their Uso problem once and for all, granting Jay and Jimmy the match they wanted. Tables, ladders, and chairs for the tag team titles, but only under the stipulation that if Jay and Jimmy lose this match, they are banished from Monday Night Raw. It's all or nothing. It's winner takes all. It is TLC up next at No Mercy. An all-important night for Jay and Jimmy to get back championship gold.
The following contest is a tag team tables, ladders, and chairs match, and is for the World Tag Team Championship. And a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay.
A battle of tandems that started over the tag team championships, and tonight it ends with the tag team titles and so much more. Things have only gotten personal between these two units all summer long, but just as it was at WrestleMania, just as it was at Vengeance, it is back down to Jay and Jimmy versus Priest and Balor. All or nothing for the tag team titles that in moments hang high in the sky here in the Bell Center. Since the formation of the Judgment Day in the early part of 2023, they have accumulated 3 reigns as the World Tag Team Champions. Will that third reign come to an end tonight by hands of their arch rivals in the Usos?
And a combined weight of 493 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Finn Balor and Damian Priest, the Judgment Day.
You know, the Judgment Day, I'm sure, would have preferred maybe a normal tag team match or hell, another round in the Tornado tag team style, something that has benefited them in the past. But they agreed to meet Jay and Jimmy under their circumstances. Of course, only under the condition that if the Judgment Day can climb the ladders and take down the tag team titles, Jay and Jimmy will no longer be welcomed on Monday nights. That is why this main event has been dubbed All or Nothing. To the victors goes the spoils. Either the Judgment Day get exactly what they want, or the Usos are leaving Montreal with the tag team titles they were screwed out of back at Vengeance in May. The numbers have proven to benefit the Judgment Day in the past, but tonight it is 2 versus 2 with only the additions of tables, ladders, and chairs. Certainly in high stakes, high reward main event. We are live from the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. No Mercy 2024. Headlined by the Usos and the Judgment Day, and tables, ladders, and chairs, the bell has sounded this raucous audience behind who they choose as we are underway. Of course, almost contested under Tornado tag team style, which I'm sure the Judgment Day enjoy the chaos. But of course, this matchup can only be won when one member or both members of a team climb a ladder and take down the titles that are hanging above the squared circle. Should be very interesting to see who gets the momentum in the early part of this matchup, but similar to that triple threat earlier, so hard to gain sustained momentum in such a chaotic environment like a TLC matchup. It's been quite some time since we have seen a TLC match here in WWE. Usos welcoming the challenge, wanting to get the Judgment Day in a matchup where nothing could hold them back from destruction and no distractions could be had. The Judgment Day agreeing to meet them only upon their conditions. Who will get their way at the end of this matchup? Oof. And Jimmy caught some of that ladder that has been set up in the middle of the ring. That's what I'm talking about. You see fisticuffs, elbows are flying. Might accidentally catch your partner in the line of fire if you're not careful. Got Jey Uso going at it with Damian Priest. Finn Balor, who just fell short to Sami Zayn on Monday Night Raw. Can't be too happy about that. While Jey taking down Finn at ringside, Jimmy's got Damian Priest trapped into the corner. Jey hammered away just as Jimmy gets taken down by Balor. Usos have seen some great success in 2024, coming back to win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic on Raw, taking down the Judgment Day at WrestleMania. But if the Judgment Day have their way tonight, it'll be a soul-crushing evening for that bloodline. Jey taking a fall, and Damian Priest looking to dish out one to Jimmy as well. Superplex, I think he caught the tail end of the ladder. It has already been chaotic in the first 90 seconds or so of this matchup. Montreal's loving it. After what we have seen, some great in-ring action tonight, we're ending things with a little bit of chaos. A personal rivalry that has lasted damn near all year long between the Usos and the Judgment Day. Damian Priest back inside the ring with his currently down tag team partner, now heading out after Jimmy, who is looking to institute some wood. Priest has got a table. So does Jey, and Finn Balor. Did you see the swing blade in the landing position? Both these men at ringside being Priest and Jey jockeying for position over that table. Finn's got another. Everybody's looking for destruction. Carnage with the wood. It is already starting to look like Home Depot out here in the Bell Center as Finn Balor just wiped out Jimmy. Damian Priest setting up that table in the ring, looking to take care of Jey Uso early. And Damian Priest, such a heavy hand he throws, and now Jey Uso's feeling the wrath, stuck between both Priest and Balor. Somehow, one of these teams can turn things into a handicap match at any point. You best believe they're going to make the most of it. And there's some double team action out of Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Those two men want nothing more than to rid their careers of Jay and Jimmy, two men who have been a thorn in their side all year long. Of course, Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns also have been on the Judgment Day over the last few months. But Jay and Jimmy is where it started, and Jay and Jimmy is where the Judgment Day is looking to end it tonight. Of course, we saw on the Raw after SummerSlam, Damian Priest taking out his anger of the Judgment Day loss on Seth freaking Rollins, blaming him for that defeat 4 weeks ago at Ford Field, although he wasn't the one pinned on that night. Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and even Dominik Mysterio not taking any accountability for the loss to the Bloodline. Oh, look at Damian Priest. He's got Jimmy hoisted. Down he goes. Only reason you want to be dead center of the ring tonight is if you're climbing a ladder, but not how Jimmy just was, laid to waste, and now another double team maneuver by the three-time tag team champions. And Priest has got Jey Uso in his grasp, and he's got his eyes on that table. Jimmy trying to get back in to help his brother avoid disaster here. I don't know if that's going to work out. Jay and Priest throwing some live rounds. There's Jimmy. And now it's the Usos who got Damian Priest trapped. Shots from both of them. And around and around we go. Nice DDT. They don't call a main event Jey Uso for nothing. Live and in living color in the headlining spot of No Mercy. Jay is looking for destruction, and so is his brother Jimmy. Nice headbutt. Never want to headbutt a Samoan. Tope suicide to the outside by Jey Uso. Jimmy and Finn going at it in the ring, back and forth. Balor crashed and burned momentarily. Luckily for the Prince, able to shake the cobwebs off before Jimmy could really make the most of it. It's been a big brawl ever since the opening bell with tables and ladders in play. Remember, the only objective is to climb the ladder and get the championship hanging above the ring. No pinfalls or submissions tonight. Usos defeating the Judgment Day at WrestleMania in a normal tag team matchup. The Judgment Day outnumbering Jay and Jimmy in the Tornado Tag at Vengeance. And now it's tables, ladders, and chairs tonight as Finn Balor muscles Jay down on the ladder. Jimmy takes down Priest. Half and half split in terms of momentum in that ring. Jey Uso got his eyes on Finn Balor just as Jimmy's got Priest in his grasp. Priest creating a little distance. Balor going through an overhead shot. Jey Uso sending Balor right to the table. Oh man, Jay has got his eyes on the Prince. Finn Balor going for a ride through the table. Wait a minute, Priest from behind. South of heaven on Jey Uso. Destruction at both hands of the ring, all in the name of the World Tag Team titles. Starting to look like human demolition derby out here. Table broken into pieces, bodies left laying. And a World Tag Team title that still hangs in the balance. Jey Uso trying to do his best to get to his feet. Wait a minute, Priest might have made a misstep. Set up that ladder, went to the outside, and Jimmy cut him off. I don't know what Priest had in mind, but it may come back to haunt him. Jay's got his hands on the ladder. I should say on the championship, but it's so hard to keep your balance up there. Jay has got to try his damnedest. Also just got knocked with that south of heaven a few moments ago. Jay's egg's got to be scrambled. And Finn Balor in hot pursuit of Jey Uso, and down he goes. And that was almost disaster for the Judgment Day. A misstep by Damian Priest almost cost them their world. Now it's Balor climbing the rugs, but now it's Jey Uso. Finn Balor gets caught. Electric chair. Jay and Balor both hanging in the balance at one point in this matchup, and both men were the reasoning for their crashes and burns. Uso splash by Jimmy. damn near jumped over Priest on the Finn. The Usos are rallying. The Judgment Day may be out. Jay and Jimmy realize that everything is on the line tonight. Oh my goodness, this gang warfare climbing all over Balor. There's a spear. Fighting for their livelihoods on Monday Night Raw. Their contracts hang in the balance. This could be the best or the worst night of Jay and Jimmy's careers. And maybe the same can be said about Priest and Finn Balor. And it looks like an absolute car wreck out here as Priest trying to get the Judgment Day back into this match, but not if Jey Uso's got anything to say about it. This is why this matchup is headlining tonight's festivities. All the history throughout 2024 from these two teams. Personal animosity, stakes higher than ever. Priest setting up another table. Finn Balor already going to have some flesh wounds when he wakes up tomorrow morning. He's going to be picking out some splitters regardless of the result tonight. Priest wanted to put Jay through one, it looked like, but Jay turning the tables. Priest can tap all he wants, but that is not going to give us a conclusion in TLC. Balor with a swing blade. Taking out Jimmy. Damian Priest, who is going to get what they want here? Jimmy going into the table. Wait a minute. Jimmy in trouble. And now it's Finn Balor putting the body of the Usos through the wood. All the while, Priest lays out Jay, and the Judgment Day find themselves on top. I'll tell you what, SummerSlam was a devastating night in the minds of the Judgment Day. So far, Dirty Dom has already retained his Intercontinental title. No Mercy could be the night. They turn it all around. South of heaven to Jimmy Uso. Samoan drop from Jay to Balor. Here we freaking go. Jay just trying to wake up Jimmy saying, listen, I know you're hurting, but we got careers to fight for. Jay taking down Balor once more, just trying to incapacitate that Prince. Priest has got a ladder. Jay going to the top. Balor getting the hell out of Dodge. There's broken wood all over the ring. A crushed up steel chair. Damian Priest's wheels are a-spinning. You know, we really only need one ladder in here for there to be a result, but Priest and Jay looking to use them as weapons. Guess the more the merrier in this kind of matchup. Priest taking care of Jay. All the while, Damian Priest is directing traffic inside of the ring. Jimmy's got his eyes on that table. Sounds like the rattling of cans inside of that ring, but it's actually just the steel ladders and the wood of the table. These men are putting their bodies through hell tonight, all in the name of the World Tag Team titles. Oh no, Balor could be going to that ladder. Able to land on his feet. Unlucky for Jey Uso. Another swing blade. Balor has relied heavily on that combination. Priest with a super kick to Jimmy. Good night. Got his eyes on the ladder. Jimmy eats the steel. Well, the lights may be on for one Jimmy Uso, but I don't know if there's anyone home. Damian Priest setting up that ladder in the ring. Balor taking care of Jay. Damian Priest looking to do the same as Jimmy once again eats steel. Oh no, Priest is climbing the rugs. Balor's playing a bit of defense on Jimmy Uso. Jay, I know you're hurting, but you gotta hustle up. Your careers on Raw are on the line. Damian Priest has got the damn tag team titles. The Usos will be banished from Monday Night Raw. A heartbreaking ending to a war that Jay and Jimmy have fought for months. SummerSlam may have been a success.
Here are your winners, and still the World
But tonight was a bitter, broken end. One way or another, Balor and Priest got the job done. They gave the Usos what they wanted. Tables, ladders, and chairs. Under a condition that the Usos were forced to agree upon. And now Jay and Jimmy will be banished from Raw as the tag team titles remain with Priest and Balor. The Judgment Day is still on top of Monday Night Raw.